Hey friends, Pruning here with Homegrown Florida. Our fall garden just got planted, and so not a lot's going on over there. We have little seedlings, but there's not a whole lot to harvest right now. I mean, there is still some summer crops that are going, like our sweet potatoes, our cowpeas, and some peppers. But this now is the perfect time for us to get the herbs taken care of, and these are much neglected herbs. We just picked some oregano, some parsley, and some basil from the green stalks because we're going to be making an Italian seasoning blend. But we have a few more things we need to gather for a holiday tea, which is going to be super yummy, and also a really vitamin-rich supplement that you can make right in your backyard. Now I know that looked pretty crazy. This is a moringa tree and I just basically chopped all the leaves off of it. But that is actually how you're supposed to prune a moringa. Now, right now is not the perfect time to prune moringas. Usually they like that to be done right in winter when we're starting to get into those months where this plant is going to be dormant. But honestly, mine was just getting too tall and lanky and I was like, I need to just cut it down. I'm trying to make it more bushy and short. It's gonna take me a couple seasons to get it down to the size that I want. Now we got everything in our basket, so we just need to get this stuff dried. We're gonna start by doing the Italian seasoning, and I'm gonna do this at 90 degrees for probably about 12 to 18 hours. We want the entire tray and everything on it to be crispy and dry, but you don't want to do it too quickly. You could increase the temperature and get it done faster, but what you'll be doing is losing some of the nutritional value, of course, but also you're gonna lose some of that flavor, especially with the basil. So basil is one of those seasonings that it doesn't hold its flavor when you dry it. And so I'm trying my best to get it to hold as much flavor as possible by running it at a very low temperature for a long period of time. Now the cool thing is with these dehydrators, it's a set it and forget it type thing. It's just like a crock pot. You set the time, you set the temperature, and then you shut it and wait. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells outstanding. You can smell the basil, you can smell the oregano, the parsley. That's a different kind of Italian seasoning. Nothing really tops it like at the grocery store. So we're gonna grind this stuff up. I have a little mini food processor. You can also use, like, I've used a Magic Bullet before, things like that, a blender, whatever you have. And then we are gonna get it in its jar. Amazing. Now this next one we're gonna make is a holiday tea, specifically a cranberry hibiscus holiday tea. And it's gonna have actual cranberry hibiscus, which is this red leaf right here. It's gonna have rosemary. It's gonna have cranberry hibiscus little cousin, which is roselle. This is what's really gonna give that cranberry flavor. And it also has lemon balm in here. We also picked off some of our moringa, which is right here. It's actually already starting to dry all by itself. It has been waiting for our Italian seasoning to be done. But now that that's done, we're gonna get this in the dehydrator and let this dehydrate probably at 120 degrees for about 18 hours again. There's probably gonna be room, so we're gonna add the moringa to the bottom tray to allow it to finish its drying process too. I have some of these that I had harvested probably a few days before that I'm going to also add to the tray, so you're going to see some extra ones. But something funny, not to scare you, but I always, peel my roselle the same way by sticking my finger inside of the blossom here or the calyx and then pulling it apart away from the base of the calyx, and then the seed pod, which is in the center, either gets thrown away or we freeze it and use it as like a pectin substitute. But one time I stuck my finger in here to break apart and a spider crawled out and onto my arm, and it was decent size. Freaked me out. So every time I open roselles, I always think about that, which is one of the reasons why I soak my roselles before I stick my fingers in there. So public service announcement. I'm a little bit concerned with how tiny these leaves are, that they are going to fall through. So I have this little tray that I'm going to use in hopes that I can avoid losing any of them to the trays below. When I first got my dehydrator, I was pretty certain that I was not going to use it very much. And probably for the first couple of years, I didn't use it that much. But, you know, in this season of life and how much gardening I'm doing and how much preserving I'm doing, there are periods of time where I don't use it very much. I think during the winter, I don't really dehydrate a lot of things. We were eating a lot of things fresh at that point. But during the summer and spring period, that thing is almost always running. Pretty much all day long, all night long, it is working. And it has been a workhorse. I mean, it doesn't hold as much as some of those really expensive big dehydrators, but man, it does the job. If you're interested in it, I'll put it down in the description, but I'm impressed with that little guy. I am absolutely in love with the color of this tea and the smell of it. Oh my gosh, it smells just like Thanksgiving. The rosemary comes out in it, the cranberry comes out. I haven't tried it yet, so I want to put some honey in here so we can see what it tastes like. But I gotta tell you, it smells amazing. It's so pretty. Let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. I would definitely have this as a warm tea. Maybe even add some cinnamon to it. I think cinnamon would be outstanding in that. Oh, that's really good. I'm very excited about that. I have put them in my tea bags and put them in this glass container for now. Also, we did our Moringa powder. I was going to tell you a little bit more about this. I even wrote it down. Moringa is known in a lot of underdeveloped nations as a miracle tree, and that's because of how much vitamins it has. So it has, I wrote it down, 9 times more protein than yogurt, 10 times more vitamin A than carrots, 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 17 times more calcium than milk, 15 times more potassium than a banana, and this one shocked me, 25 times more iron than spinach. all in this little powder. And the way that I'm going to use this is I'm going to take about a teaspoon or two and put it in my smoothies or my husband's protein shakes. It's basically like having your own multivitamin in your backyard. Powerful, amazing stuff, guys. If you want to watch a couple more of my videos on seasoning and growing herbs, I'm going to pop them up right now. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. Happy gardening.